So I'm here with Roy and Olive Parsons.
That's us.
And we are here to talk about your dad,
My dad, who
Ernest,
was
Ernest Lambert,
Yeah,
and your brother Wilfred Lambert.
that's it.
So your dad served in Foleshill,
Foleshill, that's right.
and when did he join? Do you remember when he started?
Oh, well, I can't remember
I think
when.
it was 1915.
Because he was
Yeah.
coming up to
Yeah.
the end of
have been
service
about-
at the war,
yeah.
wasn't he?
At the war,
And he
that's
wasn't
right.
allowed to retire. I remember that bit.
That's right. He was asked to stay on because the war broke out. He'd volunteered to do an extra year.
Yeah.
And then during that year, the war broke out.
Yes.
And
So
they
they
asked,
kept him.
because a lot of the policemen were
Yeah.
joining up, they
I
asked.
think, they weren't
Ernest-
allowed to retire
That-
during the war, were they?
I don't believe so, that's
No.
right. So, yep, your dad served during the war at Holmesdale Road.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and he finally retired in 1955. And then Wilf, your brother Wilf, he was stationed at St Mary's, wasn't he?
Yeah,
St.
yes,
Mary's.
that's right, in town.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, he was.
And so they both served together during the war, didn't they?
Yes.
We've got
Yes,
there's a lovely
that's right.
picture of them standing in uniform together with their gas masks on.
Yeah, that's right.
Gas mask
isn't
straps.
it?
That's right, yes, at Medina
I've got
Road
to
in
remember
Coventry.
it all.
Yeah.
Oh, but Wilf wrote that wonderful, that really vivid account of what it was like to police
Yes, I
during the
know.
bombing, didn't he?
Yes, we never found that for a long time.
No.
You know, and yeah. You know, clearing your drawers out and so forth, and we came across it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have ever read such a powerful first-hand account of policing the Blitz.
Oh yes.
And just what it was like, how scary it must have been.
Oh, it was.
And what was happening.
Yeah. Yeah, getting under the table and or under the stairs, one
Yeah.
or the other.
And because, of course, you played your part during the war as well, didn't you? You were in the Home Guard?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worked at Herbert's, did not.
Herbert's at the
Yeah.
time, that's right.
Yeah.
And then you did go and work at for Armstrong Whitworth
Yes, I did.
at Baggington.
That's right. I used to bike out there.
Oh, yeah.
On my bike. Yeah.
And at the time, they assembled the Lancaster bombers there, didn't
Yeah.
I could get through quicker on my bike than what they could in the car.
Well, of course, yes. So the whole family was very busy playing their part during the war.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And then Wilfred left in the 40s, didn't he, to go to Canada?
Yes, he did.
That's right.
Yeah.
He served in the Navy. He joined up to go into the Navy in 1942.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the war, he carried on with Coventry Police, but then he emigrated, I think it was 1947, and joined up with the Mounted Police in Canada.
Yeah.
In Canada, that's right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So obviously Wilfred wrote that very powerful account of policing during the Blitz, and we lost a lot of Coventry police officers during the war
Oh,
who
yes.
were killed during the bombings. So it's very important for us that we remember those officers and tell their stories.
That's right, yeah, my dad and brother.
Yeah.
And it's good that the Police Museum is remaining in Coventry as well, in
Oh,
the
yes.
city centre.
Yeah. To tell the stories of those local people.
That's right, yeah, for Coventry people to read about what went on in the past, in the history of the Coventry Police Force.
Yeah. And what do you think about the opportunities the museum has to engage with the public, talking about officers' stories and things like that? What does it mean to you?
I'm glad that people are interested.
Yeah.
Interested.
And perhaps if there's school outings, you know, for
Yeah.
children to read about what went on in the past,
Yeah.
appreciate what the police do
Yeah.
and have done in Coventry.
That's it, hopefully building trust and confidence in the police to understand what we do and where we've come from and how
That's
policing is
right.
developed.
That's right, yeah.
Which had me dad and my brother in the police.
Yeah.
What chance?
It's a great policing family.
That's
Something,
true.
yeah, definitely something to be proud
Yeah.
of. Oh, I'd just like to thank you both very much for coming in to be our guest of honour here at the Police Museum, opening up in its new home at the Council
Yes.
House. So thank you both very much for making the effort to come.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure.